Man, fuck this shit, nigga. Man, I gotta get my ass out of the hood, nigga. Ugh. Black sheep of the family. If you're watching this video, man, please tell me. I mean, like, please tell me. Like, are you like the weirdo in the family? You know, are you the one that has like their own interests, unlike to the family, and you do things very different to what your family be doing on a day-to-day basis? You know, you have a different routine, you have a different ideology and just like thinking pattern and perspective on the entire world. That's the predicament that I'm finding myself. I love my family, and I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about me. But you know, I'm very different to them. You know, and I think I've met a lot of friends that are like experiencing this, by the way, where they're like the weirdo in the family, and like, you know what I'm saying, like we have siblings saying, what the fuck is this nigga doing? They're entitled to their opinion. Criticism, even though it doesn't help anyone, I still think it's important. It's still important to have someone say something about you. This is like the decision that I've made. This is the route that I'm taking, and I'm really like trying to shout out to the guys that come from ethnic families, because as you know, ethnic families are a lot more involved in the kids' business, and they're usually more shame-based. Your auntie is gonna question your mum, and you know she's gonna be like, "What the fuck is your son doing?" Like, this is gonna like really take me on like a fucking side run. Why the fuck do our parents always like spill our business? You know, like this is why I don't fucking tell you shit. This is why I don't tell you what's going on behind the scenes. I know it's going on the group chat. You know what I'm saying? I know every single fucking, I'm Somali. Like if I tell my mom something, every single Somali auntie in London is gonna fucking find out about it. When you're the black sheep of the family, you really don't feel like you can go in deep, get into these deep conversations with your siblings, your mom, your dad. I love my parents, you know, and I do have love for my siblings as well, but I'm not like them. You know, I'm not similar to them personality wise. And if you're like me and you found yourself in this predicament, I'm gonna drop a bomb on you, buddy. You're not special, okay? That's not what it is. It's not that you're special and you're destined for greatness just because you disagree with your family, or you know you're not like your family. It just means you have your own interests and you're going on this path, and this path could lead you off a fucking cliff. Sometimes your mom's right and your dad's right. You know, we never say this. We're always acting like I'm talking about like our generation. We're always acting like we're these enlightened people, and we know more than our parents and shit. And dude, I literally don't fucking listen to my dad. I'm gonna become an entrepreneur. I'm gonna fucking listen to Andrew Tate and fucking Andrew Tate reels. I'm not gonna go to school because that's for fucking loot. Like, we have this like ego where we think our parents are like always incorrect. And look, I get that I understand that the internet has most definitely given us a lot more knowledge in certain parts, but at the same time, we may have been damaged in certain areas as well. And we may be underdeveloped in certain areas. I think our generation hasn't been socialized all that correctly because our parents couldn't play a big role in that. We have school that, you know, holds us hostage for about almost 16 to 18 years. And then on top of that, like, you don't want to fucking speak to anyone after you've been, you know, in classes for like 6 hours, or, you know, and then you have like extra shit after school, and you have maybe homework you have to deal with. So instead you mindlessly, you know, look at the internet, and then that's like indoctrination number 2, like your second wave of socialization. Instead of being under socialized, we've been over socialized. And say you compound this little like routine that you go through that doesn't include the words of your parents and just the words of your teachers and then the words of the internet. Next thing you know, after like quite a few years, especially in your adolescent years, where you are the most impressionable, where your brain is like developing the most, where time is moving so slow and all the words coming into you, like you're soaking this shit up like a sponge, you will end up pretty different to your parents and quite similar to people that you don't fucking know. Parasocial relationships, ideologies from, you know, very far distant online forums. This is what's like creating the tear between our generation and our parents' generation, and more importantly, the tear between families as well. If you clicked on this video thinking that like I was gonna give you like a motivational speech about being the black sheep of the family, and oh yeah, dude, like, you're literally on that fucking grind, dude. Like, I don't listen to my mom, my dad. I just watch these fucking reels, and I'm just gonna become an entrepreneur. Shut the fuck up, okay? Like, you're chronically online. You are chronically online, and your socialization has come from a fucking electronic screen, a telescreen. If you've read this book, like, you fucking know, you know what I'm talking about. Just because you are different from your family doesn't mean you are enlightened or you are correct. You know, you've just simply accepted the rift that all these things in society create. Like, I genuinely think family bonds are being intentionally like torn. And if you are truly deep rooted in the values that you have learned on the internet, then I recommend that you don't break your frame. Stick to it, you know? If you've heard something and you said, yes, this is right for me, this is who I am, I'm gonna adopt this and I'm gonna display it for the world to see, I think you should, stick by your guns, even if that does mean possibly rebelling against your parents. Because it isn't a bad thing altogether, and there are parts of the internet that I think is golden. There are parts of the internet that will literally make you rich. There are parts of the internet that will cure your depression, There are parts of the internet that will make you just, literally 25 times your happiness and your purpose and your fulfillment in life, if you look not in the right places, but in the places that are right for you. So yeah, this is kind of like a unfiltered one. I didn't plan this video. I'm just talking about a fairly universal experience. Maybe you're watching this video and you have no problems with your family like this with them and you agree on the same shit. Fair enough, but I think this is like an increasingly universal experience among a lot of people in our generation, thanks to the internet. And man, just make sure you protect yourself. Make sure you don't get hypnotized by no one. Make sure, buying things off the internet isn't that bad, but just make sure, you're not getting scammed out here and shit like that. Try to use the internet as responsibly as you can, and yeah, man, just adapt and don't break your frame. Thank you for listening. And if you don't fucking agree with me,